John Sinclair here from another 7-Minute Morning, and we're going to take you through how to prepare before you want to go out for a little recreational run. So if you're a recreational runner, you probably already have a foam roller. So grab your foam roller and a little pillow and or mat, and I'm going to take you through some self-myofascial release. So we're going to work on the tissues of the foot and the ankle, the hip and the spine, and then we're going to go into activating some of these regions of the body to get you elastic and ready to go for a run. So first one we're going to do, what we call a calf squish. So I'm going to put my foot down onto the ground. I don't want to be up on my toes, flatten that out. We're going to pin that down on the calf itself, and then you're just going to sit onto it. And then as I sit on it, I'm just going to rock back and forth here. And so I'm kind of at where the calf meets the tendon. So they call it the musculotendinous junction, right where the muscle and the tendon meet up. And then we're going to go down a little bit lower, so we're right on the Achilles tendon. We're going to come up a little bit higher, get right into it. Now this will involve the hamstring a little bit. A little massage across there. So I only sit and put as much pressure as you can tolerate, and just rock back and forth. I'll go to the other side, starting right where the calf meets the musculotendinous junction there. Back and forth. Okay, going a little lower. If I push down with my hand, I can get across it a little bit more. And I'm going to go a little bit higher. Squish it at the top of the calf. Back and forth. Okay, now we're going to move to the glute. So this one, I'm going to sit this on the outside of my butt. I'm going to be kind of leaning towards that same side. Take that ankle, put it up onto that knee, and we're just going to roll it till you get to the outside of the pelvis, and then to the front side of that glute, right close to the hamstring. Back and forth. Okay, then we go to the other side. So all we're doing with this compression is trying to bring some fluids to the area that will help with the elasticity of the tissue, make it easier for you to go for your run. Okay, and then we're going to go into the back. And just some of the muscles that are involved in rotation is the back functional line. So we're going to pin this on the muscles of the latissimus dorsi. And from here, we're going to open the hand towards the floor and then towards the ceiling. Back and forth. Okay, and then the other side. Great. Okay, let's activate some of these joints now. So the first one we're going to do for the foot and the ankle is we're going to do like a little splay. So we're going to take the midfoot and try and grab the ground and create like a little corkscrew to make the widest part of your foot even wider. Okay, and once that's in there, all we're going to do is we're going to reach forward and backwards. Reach forward and backwards. So even though we're kind of involving the hips here a little bit, we're also getting the foot to activate in grabbing the ground. Okay, other side. Little corkscrew, splay that foot, corkscrew it into the ground so your pinky toe and big toe are really wide. Anchor in through the ground so you got a good tri-point position in your foot, and back. Okay, now let's activate the glute by doing a little bit of rotation here. So I'm going to step back, grab your foam roller. You're going to push into the knee as I step back, and I'm going to come up into a single leg stance while pushing down into my knee, and then back. So push down the foam roller down into the knee, then drive that foot into, or that knee into the foam roller. Feel like I'm driving down into that foot to get me tall. Okay, and then we do the other side. Pushing against. Have to make this hip have to be a little bit more active. And one more time. There we go. So those are 3 active ones for the hip. Now let's go to an activation of the spine. We're going to go into a staggered stance. So your weight's going to be on mostly on your front leg. I'm going to have you coil the body. So your head's over your foot, elbows are over top of that foot. You're going to come up, over, back down. So it's like you're doing a figure 8 with the upper body. Imagine, if you will, that foam roller is turning in my hands as I move from side to side, just taking it through an active position. Once you're here, I want you to push your hands together in that position there, where I'm side flexed and rotated. Let's go to the other side now. Left foot's forward. I'm going to take my hands, get myself in a position where I'm coiled, heads over my foot. Three, 2, 1. I'm going to stay down here and I'm going to compress the foam roller. 3, 2, 1. And my spine should be activated and feeling good. All right, so let's do the last one. We're going to do is a little bit of elasticity. Let's start with just a 2-foot hop. Getting the sensation of hitting that ground so the ground can punch back at you. Okay, the last thing we want to do is practice running where your heel hits the ground, because you lose all that energy. So we want to try and bounce off that same tri-point. Those first bouncy parts of the foot, the ball of the foot, that's what you want to be springing off of, okay? From here, just a little skip. Okay, rotate, let those arms go with it. And you should feel like you've had a little bit of a bounce to you. Once you have that bounce, you're ready to go for your run. Thanks for joining us for this edition of 7 Minute Morning. We'll see you next week.